Well, I think this is now, there's a whole new era beginning, and that is brain care. It's going to be very complex, but we've broken barriers. Cooling definitely works, and now there are a number of really great things that can be tested. The leading thing is this new xenon gas. It's very complicated to use, but it's very promising. And the other thing is erythropoietin. And I think large trials will be needed. We're probably going to end up with about 50 brain centers in the United States that will carry on this kind of work, because brain care will not be able to be done in really small places. You're going to need an awful lot of new imaging equipment. You're going to need an awful lot of training to use this new xenon gas, and the EPO is a little easier to use. The timeline is depressingly long because it's going to take, this is not going to be easy or quick. It's going to take 10 years. It's going to take 3 years to plan some trials, another 7 years before the trials are done. And so it's a minimum of 10 years if all goes well. And we're definitely trying to do that kind of thing of getting everybody organized so they can work together. Well, the most promising areas is this new gas xenon, which has been discovered, first used in Europe by the English, and now most of the work is still going on in England by 2 leaders over there, and they've done a lot of animal work, and there's a lot of work showing that it really is very effective in preventing brain damage when added to brain cooling. So all babies will be cooled, and then you'll be adding this brain xenon to it. And the other possibility is everybody will be cooled, and those will get EPO. So there'll be 2 areas of research that are going to take a lot of time, EPO versus xenon, and they maybe one day put them together. Well, if we all work together, it takes about 3 years to plan a big trial. Seems strange, but it does. It takes a lot of time to get the money to do a big trial. That's another problem. Those things are going on now. So once you get the money and you plan the trial, you get the money and you carry it out, that's probably going to take 3 or 4 years, and then getting everything by the FDA will take a few more years. So speedy, the fastest probably will be 8 to 10 years from now. But the early babies who enroll in the trial, there's a real possibility they'll have the benefit really fairly soon, in 3 or 4 years. Well, I mean, what they can do is in animals, what you're seeing is that these animals that when you cool their brains and did all kinds of things to, they had 10%, let's say, brain damage, or they had 30% brain damage. And now when you add xenon to it, you bring that down to something like 10%, which takes a lot of trouble away. So everybody who's in it is pretty excited about it now, I got to tell you. And it's an area that we haven't been able to do anything about in the past.